Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat on Michigan Business Network. Jeffrey Mosher sitting in for Chris Holman on the road. Well, recording remotely as we all are tended to do so these days. This time around, reaching out to momentarily Atlanta, but soon to be Okemos, Michigan, as I am welcoming Paul Kearney, Chief Claims Officer for the AF Group here in Lansing, and he's welcome to our show. As many of you know, the AF Group is made up of a number of entities, including several workers' compensation insurance companies that provide insurance to all 50 states, including Accident Fund Insurance Company of America here in Lansing. And Paul came to the AF Group this January from Atlanta, where he was a claims executive for Travelers Insurance. Paul, welcome to the Michigan Business Beat.
Hello, Jeffrey, and thanks for allowing me the opportunity to spend time with you today. I am really looking forward to the next few minutes with you.
Perfect. So, first of all, welcome to Michigan. And you've been with the AF Group for about 4 months now. Any first impressions of Michigan and the AF Group?
With regards to Michigan, I so love the warmness and the passions and the spirit of altruism that so many people seem to embody here. And I absolutely love the endless coastlines, the staunchness of music, the variety of foods, and the opportunities that Michigan presents for someone to be involved in community activities, which is very important to me as well as to my wife. With regards to AF Group, I have to tell you that while I was being vetted for this opportunity, I too took the opportunity to vet AF Group. And what I found during the vetting process and what continues to be true today is that there's a real focus on people first. And it's not just a slogan, but truly a real part of our DNA. And this translates into an environment that is fraught with a spirit of collaboration, competence, congeniality, and meaningful engagement that creates real opportunities for our employees, who are certainly a foundational strength of our company.
Well, tremendous. Now, Accident Fund is premier workers' comp insurance company here in the state of Michigan, and many employers and injured workers don't really know what they can expect from workers' comp insurers when there's a workplace injury. So, how do you view your role when that happens?
That's a really great question, Jeffrey, and it's one that really gets to the essence of what we look to achieve every day. At our core, we look to efface our interactions with our injured workers with empathy, with care, and with knowledge. We believe that helping our injured workers to understand what to expect from the work comp process and to know how we intend to help them with managing their medicals and ultimately returning to work benefits everyone. We also have in-house nurse case managers who work in tandem with our frontline adjusters, who play clearly a vital role in assisting our injured workers in managing their medical care by working with the injured workers' treating physicians to ensure a successful pathway of recovery. We also have an in-house pharmacy management program that helps to ensure that our injured workers' recoveries are not negatively impacted by toxic combination of drugs or incorrect or improper scripts that could delay those injured workers' recovery or even lead to unintended medical consequences. In addition, when we have catastrophic losses, we are quick to engage provisional vocational rehabilitation. In the event that the injured worker is not able to make a recovery to perform his or her previous or pre-injury job, we want to be able to help all parties be prepared for what comes next. So we work with employers, we work with vocational specialists, and we work with the injured worker to explore opportunities for retraining into a new role. We support plans to help the injured worker develop new skills to take on roles that perhaps they were previously not qualified for with their employer. And we have several fantastic examples of this.
Tremendous. It just comes to mind in the past year or so, telemedicine seems to have an increasingly popular option for many of us. Is telemedicine now a part of treatment for injured workers in the workers' comp cases?
Another great question, Jeffrey. So about 4 years ago, we envisioned there being a need for work comp carriers to move into the telemedicine space with a focus on real-time patient care that mitigates the need for injured workers to take time off from work or fuss with transportation time while receiving immediate and directive care. And so with that in mind, we designed a telemedicine program here at AF Group that we call Telecomp Care. And although we did not envision 4 years ago our country and world being beset by COVID-19, we were proud to demonstrate our effectiveness to effectively serve our injured workers during this period of time and with this tool.
All right. Well, 6 minutes is only 6 minutes. Thank you so much, Paul, for taking the time with us today. Any brief final thoughts?
First, I want to thank you, Jeffrey, for allowing me the opportunity to speak with you today. And in closing, I would like to note that here at the AF Group, we work on the front end with our policyholders and our agency and broker partners to ensure that they have viable opportunities and capacity for their injured workers to return to work in some capacity, even if it's a limited capacity. We will even strategize with some of our policyholders in helping them design options that allow their injured workers to return to work. We educate employers on the importance of maintaining regular contact with their injured workers. For what we've come to know is that when injured workers are away from the workplace, they can quickly feel like the employer does not care about them. Early and regular and ongoing communications with injured workers with specific communications around how and when they will be reintegrated back into the workplace helps avoid a disability mindset and leads to the best outcomes for all involved. So again, Jeffrey, thank you for this opportunity. It's really been fun.
Great to hear. Thank you so much. And for our listeners out there across the Michigan business community, once again, we've been speaking with Paul Kearney, Chief Claims Officer for AF Group here in Lansing. And he's coming from Atlanta and joining us in Lansing, going to be living in Okemos and joining the great community of the AF Group. We'll be back with more on the Michigan Business Beat on Michigan Business Network.